Hey everyone. Um, well, it's a beautiful Mother's Day Sunday, and Katie and I had a lovely brunch this morning with her parents in Albuquerque. And now I'm just getting kind of mentally prepared and I think physically prepared for the last week of the piano course. And it's interesting, it's kind of, I've had this sense as I've worked on this content, I've been going back and watching the earlier videos of the course, like week one. And it's really interesting because it feels like I've come a long way, even just in these 5 weeks since then. And I'm really looking forward to kind of getting through with this final week of content creation. Doesn't mean the course is over. There's still people in the program, and I'm going to be working on it for probably years left. But there is a sense of like, okay, I've almost kind of done the first installment of this, and that's really cool. That's really, really fun. Really. It feels really good to be getting to that point. I will also say that there's a kind of, I've talked over the last couple of days about coming from a playful place and letting the magician in some, not just the warrior. And I think that's incredibly relevant as I make the content for the next week, especially because, the content for this upcoming week, really the final week of the course, is all about beginning to share our music, opening up to an audience, letting ourselves be seen, letting our practice sort of turn into something that has well, there's a visibility component. We're actually being seen by other people. That's something. There are things about that you can practice, and I've been kind of playing around with various ideas this week for how we can engage in activities and kind of imagination exercises that will bring some of that stuff online, some of our internal patterns that show up around that, bring them online and actually work with them, not just act like, okay, this is something you can only learn by doing. I think you can only learn certain parts of it by doing, and there are things that are going to come up that we probably can't so easily access through our imagination. There's going to be some revelations and epiphanies and patterns that show up when we actually get in front of people and when we register what being seen is doing to us. But there's also, I think, a lot we can do to learn, to just become a little bit aware of what we might expect, And so that's kind of what I'm working on this week. Does feel like as I get to the end, things are getting more and more intricate. It feels like, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like mining for Bitcoin or something. Like the closer I get to the end, the harder the work begins to feel. It feels more and more, it just feels like there's more and more attention to detail required. And again, I'm trying to be sort of conscious of when I'm going into warrior mode and like making everything right and winning the battle mode, and like when I'm not, when I'm actually just remembering that this is all getting done through me. I'm not actually the doer of this, even though I may feel like I am. And so yeah, I'm kind of just letting that all settle in with me right now. Towards as I prepare to launch into this week, I already have a couple videos made, and I think I have a pretty clear sense of what I'm going to do. But it just feels like a big thing. This is really taking me to a place where the way that I've practiced all my life and my relationship to music all my life, up to and including now, is really contributing to this and is really informing what I am extending to students and what I'm asking of them and what I'm offering them. And I think that's just why it's feeling big. It's just feeling like this is big. It's a lot. And the course, I think appropriately has grown. The import and the feeling, the kind of like significance of what we're doing feels like it has built over the course of the 6 weeks, and that's exactly what I would hope, right? You'd want the course to sort of feel like it is deepening and opening and creating more and more space and just going deeper and deeper. And so I think it's all right on. I can't say I won't be happy when I'm through it, but man, also what a thrill to be doing it and to be kind of like having this experience of like being right here in the thick of it at the end, and with all these ideas kind of going off around me, archetypes coming up. There's so much coming through as I enter into this. It's really kind of remarkable. So yeah, that's where I am today, people. I'm sure I'll be talking your ear off the rest of this week about this stuff, but it's I'm really curious to see where I am 1 week from today and where things go from there, because there's other courses to be built. There's what do people graduate into? That's all also got plenty to say about that, and plenty of actual organization already done about that. But that's really where my head is going to go next as we move through this phase of things. So yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching these. I appreciate you all. I love you. Have a wonderful day. A wonderful Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. And I'll see you soon.